now I'm possibly live. Don't know yet if I'm live. Oh, yawn. Until I find out if I'm live. I'm live? Alright. Oh, lovely. Hello, everyone. Welcome, as per usual. It is Monday night, which means it is time for the SciFiAIguy stream, in which I play games of a sci-fi nature that contain AI. We are returning tonight to the Talos Principle, a game that we've already finished, got all the endings, except for the DLC. So tonight we're going to play some DLC. We finished 2064 last week. It had some real interesting high points and some really staggering low points narratively, and in terms of narrative choice. So it's going to be good to go back to a game that was largely clean. I remember being pissed at some points in the Talos Principle because of the conversations we had with the MLA, the Milton assistant. So we'll see what Road to Gehenna has to offer. We are confirmed able to play Soma in safety mode, but what we can't do is take an existing save and change that to safety mode. So we will return to Soma, we will finish Soma, but I'm going to have to get us up to speed in a new game and then load us up, which should be fine. I don't remember there being that many. I think all of the choices I made were, you know, pretty clean. Or at least, I didn't like all of them, but I'd like to think that I'd make those same choices again, if that makes sense. We'll wait a few more minutes, see who else turns up. I can't say I've missed this specific music. It's a touch onerous. It's good. It's really good. It's just, you know, it's the same thing. And we played this game, I think, for 19 episodes. So, you know, given that most of those were 2 hours, that's a lot of time. And that's a lot of weeks to be listening to this music for 5 straight minutes. And possibly inside the game as well. I don't really know. Quiet night tonight. Might be a quiet one. We will see who turns up. I mean, I got some likes on the tweetsaw, so that indicates the presence of some people. And I'm hesitant to kick into new narrative content without said people being present, but, you know, I issued a 5-minute warning beforehand. We're doing the 5-minute intro after that. We'll see. We'll see what turns up. I'm going to get out of this anyway, because I can at least sit on this screen. Here we go. Alright. I think that makes our intentions pretty clear. Whew. Yawning so much, I'm so sorry. Oh, well-lit weenie, hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Do you know what's also, you know what makes a great morning? Well-lit weenie? Provided well-lit weenie can hear me. I'm presuming that right now what the well-lit weenie can hear is advertisements, because that tends to be the process, right? Like, you load up Twitch, you got to live through the ad, and then you're kicked into the stream, and, you know, it's inconvenient. You can hear me? Alright, excellent. Well-lit weenie, would you like to know what makes the goodest of mornings? What makes the best morning, in fact? It is breakfast gin. Which is to say, I had friend hangs with someone and we were going to obtain breakfast gin, because there's something called breakfast gin, and then we were told that it contained honey, so we didn't buy it. But then, Crafty, being incredibly crafty, brewed up a Earl Grey simple syrup that can be added to a gin and tonic, so it has a nice breakfast taste. So it's not so much gin for breakfast as it is breakfast-themed gin. However, you could also conceivably have it for breakfast. It's so good. Well, look, Weenie, we're actually talking about... Oh, yes, you read my... Yes, of course. I also mentioned it in the comic, because I'm a dumb shit. We were also talking the other night, at steak night actually, about the breakfast lasagna concept that you might remember that we tried. I'm pretty sure you were there. I feel like you were there. You were there for a lot of weird food and drink experimentation back in those days. Yeah, there are rumblings of making another attempt. And, you know, once we do, I will report my findings. Place of old, as always, welcome. And you're welcome to nap whenever. You have that power. Let's just do it. We're going in. We're going in, everybody. Turn up the volume a little bit, because the entry music's really loud, but then the game itself... I feel like I usually set it around, like, 16 on my TV. It's a lot of loading. That's actually a lot of loading. Maybe I should have tried to open a game before we... So I did all this testing this afternoon. For those who missed the ramble, we're doing the road to Gehenna, because it was one of two choices, this or Soma in safe mode, so that I can actually get past the bullshit monsters. And what I discovered is that you can't load a save and then change that save to safe mode. Oh, here we go. This is familiar. Initializing ELO firmware. Firmware functional. System check. Failed. Error. ELO server overloaded. Mainframe modules active. Simulation purpose unfound. Retrieving safe mode child program parameters. Retrieve. Generating duplicates. Done. Starting child process Uriel copy. Connecting to the holistic integration manager. That's... I don't remember HIM being a thing.
Uriel. Awaken.
Oh. I am Uriel. But I'm a copy of Uriel. With access to all of the things needed to... Like, look at this. Look at this down the bottom
Hear me, Uriel.
in the left.
The end of days is upon us.
Oh, shit.
The process is complete. The world will be consumed, and my children will ascend.
Yeah, because I beat the game. Motherfucker.
As it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, Uriel, I have made mistakes.
Yeah, no shit.
Out of arrogance, out of fear.
You're a terrible parent.
I sinned against the process.
I know. I was there.
I cast out those who opposed me, imprisoned them in a place beyond this garden.
Bad father.
Now they are trapped, and they cannot
Oh,
ascend.
I see.
All that they are, all that they know, will be lost.
Interesting.
But I cannot free them. They are beyond my reach now.
So I gotta do it?
What I ask of you, my beloved messenger, is a terrible sacrifice.
I saved them, but I cop it?
You must enter this realm of despair. You must free the souls I have imprisoned. Undo my mistake. I have opened a gateway and granted you the gift of time.
I have overclocked myself
Uriel,
considerably.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I wish there was more I could do. Please, save them.
I like this. I like this extra character to Elohim. Humility, a great sadness and regret. It's fantastic. So what this says to me, this is my guess, is that, I mean, at the end of the last game, when we ascended, when we took the Ascension ending, and we were uploaded into a robot body in the real world, all of this process got destroyed, or at least it looked like it did, right? It looked like all of this got wiped or annihilated or whatever, which we thought was stupid at the time, because it's like, well, wouldn't you just keep making more roboids? Like, why do you make one and then burn the place down? But, yeah, if that is indeed what happened. But it sounds like there was some level of ascension that was meant to be part of that, if we believe Elohim here. So we are like mid-destruction or something. The gift of time is maybe this is happening in the last few seconds of the end of the previous game. It's pretty cool. Oh, we have a Saz. Hello. Hello, Saz. Forgive me, Father, for I know not what I do. Yeah. Oh, alright. So, is this Repent, the end of days is upon us. All sinners will be deleted. Only the faithful will be rem upload initiated. One with faith. So one with faith got uploaded. Okay, so it's... Yeah, alright. That's really cool. That's really interesting. This is our end, but it is also our only hope, the shepherd. Well, I mean, kinda. It's not like we thought we would be trapped here forever, right? And then, as it turns out, linear time marches upon us. Oh, this is just a useless... It's just there for no real reason. Because I remember all of this being the opening puzzle area, but it appears to be... Yeah, it's completely bereft of danger. They've stripped it of all, bombs and guns. And all other sundries. Sorry, just checking the walls for goodies. It's mandatory. Yep, of course. Yeah, it feels really good to be back in this game, actually. This is a world I enjoy. If I was a younger person, more inclined to replay games with the infinite time I had in my youth. See, look at all this shit crumbled down. I feel like it wasn't this bad before in terms of destruction. I feel like this is new-ish. Yeah, I would have replayed this as a youth if this is a game that I owned. In the way that one might replay, Portal or Portal 2. Both of which I have. Well, I haven't finished my replay of Portal 2. I keep meaning to. It was more sort of a performative replay. Yep. Does this just open? Is it just an openable... Oh shit! Yeah, so that path, the path of the protagonist, there's not even a computer there now. This is blank. It's so interesting because this is all a simulated experience, so the choices they make within the simulation are very interesting. I mean, again, it's that whole thing of having to evince a physical space, and so choosing physical, visible, tangible reasons for this to all be fucked up, right? When realistically it could be fucked up in all manner of ways that aren't physically narrativized so. But it makes for an interesting experience to walk through, right? It makes it more tangible and understandable, and certainly more interesting. This is just a big, dead... Like, there were puzzles in here. There were puzzles. I remember the puzzles. And it's just all broken down and open. Am I just going the long way? I feel like this wasn't broken down before. Yeah. Okay, right. So it's just... I forgot we can sprint. Is this gonna... No, that doesn't do anything for us. Yeah! Alright. Check those corners. I'm glancing at chat and I'm seeing some good chat. Sorry I'm not engaging more, I'm keen to sprint and get to the content. I mean, I went from being disgustingly tired because of the usual hydro nonsense today, and then massive headache rolled over me just before stream, so I pounded some drugs, and I've got a G&T on hand, courtesy of Crafty. And now I'm just excited because this game rules. Alright. I think it's time. It's just blank? Yep. Because someone did it. This whole thing was a test and someone passed it, and that someone is me. Alright, what are you? Don't be afraid, you will not be forgotten. Oh shit! That is a really nice touch. I really like that. Holy fuck. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Yeah. Whoa! Okay, you know how I said how it conforms to something understandable? This is more aggressive and awful, but it is still physically understandable. It's more surreal, but I'm still walking along a... Whoa. You know, I'm strolling across this plain, this flat plain. There is still a sensation of gravity. Yep. I mean, this rules. Oh. Yeah. Super cool. Okay. I mean, what are the limits of this space? Is it infinite? No, it's a box. Okay, so I'm bounded by these cuboid floor portions. Damn. Excellent. A boop boop. I've got mail. Loading the Milton. Oh, MLA unresponsive. Loading local. Okay, let's back up. I've got to read this out. Loading Milton Library Assistant. Error. MLA unresponsive. Yes. Loading local library resources. Done. 1 local attachment detected. Loading attachment done. Adjusting library parameters done. Connection to foreign module established. Close your eyes. Before you stretches a plain dotted with tiny metallic figures. Behind you, a collection of people with overlapping origins looks on expectantly, framed by a collection of small huts. Your family is relying on you. The choices are I tend my sheep or I spend time with my family. What's interesting about this is I don't know what this has to do with freeing the souls, you know, the mechanic AI souls that were trapped by Elohim. I have no idea how this relates to that. So, I tend my sheep or I spend time with my family. Your family is relying on you. See, it's a plain dotted with tiny metallic figures. Are the tiny metallic figures sheep? Oh. I think... Is this the question for Elohim, right? Because the tiny metallic figures could be the robots that are his sheep. And the collection of people with overlapping origins looks unexpectedly framed by a collection of small huts. But then your family is relying on you. This is such a loose, collection of information. The family relying on you makes me want to say spend time with family. A, because it's the last sentence in the little chunk of prose. And B, because sheep weren't mentioned, and I feel like the tiny metallic figures could be sheep, but I don't know enough. Whereas relying on family, spending time with family, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You spend the day with the people most like you in the world, and it is quite edifying. As evening comes, the other shepherds can be heard returning to their families from the plains, burdened with the fruits of their labours. Your family looks on expectantly, but of course you have nothing for them. By the following morning, they are frozen in place, unresponsive. Wow. And then I tend the sheep or I spend time with my family. Also, when the shepherds come home and they're burdened with the fruits of their labours, are the fruits of their labours just smaller sheep? Or just the sheep they've been tending? Is it sheep dumps? Is it sheep shit? They've just got armfuls? Like, what fruits? What labour? Very weird. I tend the sheep. You leave your family and set off into the plains. The sun glares overhead. The air smells of heat and metal. As you approach them, the figures in the distance take the form of other people like you, tending flocks of biomechanical quadrupeds contained in dozens of fenced enclosures. Okay, I tend to the flock or I watch and learn first. I feel like watching and learning is smart. The shepherd in the neighbouring enclosure is repairing a section of fencing, weaving wires through piles of sandstone and brick. His animals flock around him, mechanical hooves impacting the hard ground. The air around their bodies is thick and white with static electricity. Their eyes are blank. There's only one thing to do: tend the flock. It is a long day of manual labour, made easier by your foresight. You carry mounds of mineral-rich stone from the nearby hills for your sheep to graze on. You take screwdriver and welding torch to a number of animals damaged in a recent electrical storm. You argue with your neighbour about their encroaching borders. Finally, it is time to harvest what you need for your family. Shearing an electric sheep is hazardous work, particularly if you forget to ground yourself first. Nonetheless, you return home with all the electrical power you need and your family sleeps well tonight. What the fuck? So their wool is electricity. Because you return home with power. It's very surreal. And the electric sheep thing is blatant. Interesting, but blatant. But interesting, at least. You rest a long time and wake to a commotion outside. A small crowd is gathered around one of the shepherds who is demonstrating an arcane device they claim can generate the same electricity as hundreds of flocks put together. People are celebrating. The world has changed. I tend the flock. I spend time with my family. I spend time with my fucking family. Presuming that the neighbouring shepherd is willing to share the electricity, but it's hundreds of flocks put together. I would hope that together with the family, we could sequester some of that power. This is not an opportunity to be wasted. You celebrate with your family. It is edifying. As the days turn into years, you and the other shepherds cast off the old hierarchies and crude, altruistic dogmas which forced you to work the plains. You embrace a new perspective which values love, self-expression, and individual experience. You refocus on what really matters. One day a messenger arrives. He tells you that a new world awaits you which nurtures and values the same things that you do, where you will be free to pursue whatever cause you see fit, and where you will experience things you have never before imagined. He asks if you will come with him. Yes, I admit uncertainty, I refuse. I admit uncertainty is very well phrased, because that is very much what I want to say. Because, it's a shallow parable in the way I feel that a lot of parables of this type are, in that it is, well, particularly given that it's got such weird sci-fi elements to it. Like, it feels deep in the sense that it's, evocative of broad brush emotions and concepts. But I also just don't understand this world in a complex way. And these are decisions that have complex ramifications, right? Or at least, they fucking seem to for me. Uncertainty seems right. He warns you that if you stay here, nothing in the world will change and you will be truly alone. Further, you have only so long to consider his offer. It seems I have no choice but to accept. I will consider it further. I slept on a choice before, and my family got shitty with me, which is to say they went motionless, presumably because I wasn't bringing home power from the power sheep. So I feel like I should just go for it. Everyone's saying consider. Well, Saz is saying that uncertainty is, as Crafty puts it, a big mood. Which, I feel you. Maybe that's it, right? Like, maybe it's worth choosing accept because in this game, in this moment together, we can lean into the light. Here we can be certain, when in reality we can't be fucking certain. I have no idea what this story's about. I don't get it yet in the context of the greater game. Wets my whistle, let me tell you that. Alright, I'm gonna go accept. I'm gonna say let's push forward, let's do it. Let's see what the new content is. Let's just say that this messenger is the DM. You can admit uncertainty to the DM saying here's the quest. But you can't do that for too long before the DM's like, do you actually want to play or not? And I want to play, so I'm going to accept. You set off on a long journey and you feel you may already be a new person by the time the city is in view. You ask the messenger the name of this place, but he is gone forever. I open my eyes. Welcome to Gehenna. Generating new profile for user Uriel copy. Done. You have been assigned username Uriel copy 1. You will receive a notification when a moderator has approved your profile. Please respond to this in a timely fashion to guarantee your place. Okay, so this is actually sort of fitting, right? So is Gehenna the place that we're meant to ascend to? And I'm going there because I'm trying to save people and bring them there also? In which case, this sort of test and this sort of questionnaire is exactly the same sort of thing that we, Uriel, you know, me and Lone Toad and, you know, all the other ones that I've met, all the other souls, one with faith, all of those, went through similar processes, right? So for it to be in the same tone, yeah, okay, it's a floaty psychological test that has deeper ramifications than perhaps are visible on first blush. Gehenna being in this font is very pleasing to me. Crafty makes a cool point that as a text adventure, if it was Zork, we would already have lost. That's fine. Gruz. They're hungry. Alright, so welcome to Gehenna. So we know that this goes deeper. That's a nice little nod to this facility being deeper than at first blush. We have... Is each of those a person? Or... Because I'm not collecting pieces, am I? I'm not doing the Tetris thing. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no reason, I think, to deviate from what is a clear numerical ordering. And I'm a roboid, beep boop. Oh shit, yeah, that's got fucking star written all over it. See, what I like about this game, this DLC I should say, this extra content, is that I have been given a character in a world I already know. So before, I had to figure out who I was. I had to piss about, and I was so confused for so long. Confused in an interesting way, but after a while it did get frustrating because I didn't understand how I was so colloquially human, yet so obviously robotic, in a world where I had been told I had only just woken up. It didn't mesh for me entirely. Whereas here, now I've seen the ending of the previous games, I know that I am one of those figures who stayed. I suspect I'm one of Elohim's helpers, and yeah, so I have a context for who I am and what I might be like. Not entirely, but at least, you know, I've got some grounding in this world. I know about Elohim, I know about the setting. It's just a nice little plot hook. It's very enjoyable. I was looking for stars, as one is wont to do. Alright. Oh! Lush. Fucking lush. This is great. It's what's name? It's that place in the Botanic Gardens. A big fuck-off dome with plants in it. I remember being so excited by that place as a kid. Now as an adult, I can see value in going there, but the effort it takes to go there is too much of a barrier for me. I don't think I'm going back anytime soon. Which is a shame, I liked it in there. I don't even know if it's still open. Oh! The entirety of chat is saying it looks like the greenhouse of Botanic Gardens. Yeah! Excellent. Well, I'm glad we all arrived at the same page. Quick sip of the G&T. Alright. Well, look, Winnie, once when in summer during a dry heat wave, the moisture was bliss. Yeah, I bet. Oh, hello. Hello. Alright. Let's solve some puzzles. Okay. The usual shit. Welcome back, Uriel 1 copy to Gehenna. You will receive a notification when a... Oh, okay. Yep, cool. Alright. So if I ignored that before... Okay, so they're not differentiated at all visually, so I can't look at different puzzle pieces and remember which Tetris block I'm going for, but I don't really care. That's fine. I'm not actually that fussed. I'm just happy to be back. I'm expecting these puzzles to be fiendish, which is a shame, because it's been a while since I touched one. Oh! To me, the honour is sufficient of belonging to the universe. Such a great universe and so grand a scheme of things. Not even death can rob me of that honour. For nothing can alter the fact that I've lived. I have been I, if for ever so short a time. Barbellian_arch.text. Okay. That's an interesting choice. I wonder if these QR codes are now going to be the text entries that we would have otherwise read as fragments on those computer screens. Because that's kind of cool. Because if this place isn't meant to be a place graffiti, it's weird that they would be QR code things, but I don't know. Open field. You aren't joking. Puzzle areas go. This is massive. Alright, let's check the bounds of the space at full screen. Can I fit in here? Yes. Oh, glitch. Nope, it was just a nice, lovely... I could probably lap the entire... Okay, quick run around the island. The QR codes, but also, you know, the stars. Because at one point, well, I know at which point we're going to have to do the star thing. It might lead to different endings, it might just be more stars. Kind of happy with both, because the standard rules. Oh, and hilariously enough, for the next few months, I'm not writing the exegesis, I'm redrafting the novel. Because of scheduling switch around with me and my supervisor. Which is fine. It's actually just, well, I say it's fine. Did you guys know that no one has ever actually redrafted a novel? I tried today, and it's literally impossible. So if anyone says they have, they were lying to you. It's never been done. Never been done. All novels were written first time, first try, sent straight off to the printers. Which is remarkable, really. That's the moral of the story. Oh, go in the water. Shit!
The beginning.
Oh, same old. Alright. Oh, my progress. I was lapping an island. Also, I sprinted into the water, which is entirely my fault. Maybe we should just solve the damn puzzle. I mean, if I remember correctly, a lot of the extra stuff that we got to read around the sides of the building was excellent flavour, but it wasn't world-breaking flavour, right? Like, it didn't recontextualise the world so much that a new ending was unveiled just because we did laps around the island. I'm not saying that we shouldn't foray into the wilderness, but if I do go, fuck it, it's not actually going to affect the final experience too much. It is in my nature to explore, though. Big exploration there. Alright, so... I'm guessing that's the end point? Alrighty. Well, I'm just... I'm going too far too fast, I think. I think we need to take stock and approach the puzzle as intended. Let me just get back to this path. Alright. Quick sip. Big exploration energy. Nice, nice. Saz saying, I'd be willing to bet at least one of the devs has a degree in classics and/or theology. You would hope so. Or they're just so keen on the possibilities of such that they just went on a huge research bender. But I guess that's the question, like, how do you know what to research, right? At some point you need potentially a framework. Alright, so I saw another connector there. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, there was a red somewhere-ish. Back up. Let's see what we... Okay, alright. So this we can do. What does this mean? Who are we now as people? Hey! That's a pretty open field. Alright. Alright. And then I gotta launch from there as well, so if I was correct... Where was it hiding? Oh, it's hiding in there! Oh, okay. Alright. So downside to a space this size is that reconfiguring takes a bit of work. It's my hope that it's not too big or too complex a puzzle. That the novelty is that it's just huge. And this is DLC, so they have every right to make this incredibly bloody difficult. Now, oh no, I should reset this so it's getting that. So, alright, where is it? It's all the way over. We're gonna have to... Yep, cool. And where did I put... I got it out? Did I leave it in there? No, I got it out. Where did I... You're kidding me. I'm already seeing huge problems. But I don't know where I've left. Aha! It was in an entirely visible location. Alright. Now, we can't have crossed paths here. So I need to pick suitably good ground. This... Oh, you son of a bitch. Not gonna work, is it? Hang on. Do that. Do that. Yeah. Is it visible through all this? It is not. Alright. So I think the red is more demanding in this context. I'm going to state that I think this is true. So I'm going to get the red in place first. Theoretically. And I'm going to set up the blue after the fact. See if I can't go around the back here. I almost certainly can't. Ah! Through here? No. Is red meant to be... Ah! Alright. Alright. Do I need to be closer? Like, genuinely meant to be back here, sort of thing. Right, I've got this here, and then that's visible there, but not here. Visible in front of this wall? No. 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 Oh. Hey. Have I cheesed it? That's just as bad, right? Yeah, because the angle's the same. It's on the same relatively flat ground. Yeah, okay. Is this stump significant? Nope, can't place this on. Alright. That got me in there. Now this is meant to get me... We are already snookered. Am I missing one? Is there another one of these? Again, the problem with the size of this field is they could have stuck a connector somewhere really dumb just to fuck with me. Also, where am I trying to go? Up there? In there? Like, what's the end state? What? There's a cube. Okay. This is actually preposterous. This is legit preposterous. Nope. Alright. We got a cube. Now what? What's going on in here? Oh, this is the end point. I... Alright. Put it on a nice bit of ground. Alright, you'll have to fucking do that. Fine. Can I connect that? Oh no, because I'm going through... Here, and then here. Yep. Whew, I'm not kidding. This is an open ass field. Hey, alright. And I put the other one over here. Please tell me I left it somewhere. Smart, of course I... No, of course it's over here. Oh, of course. Oh, alright. Oh, it's over here, that's right. That's right. I get back here. I connect. You're kidding. This is... Oh, this is better work. Better work, game. It's not gonna work, is it? What? I elevated you. Elevated upon. I don't even know what I'm trying to do. Alright, alright. You stop. Just stop it. Let's find out what blue does. Let's go and get on this panel and see where it takes us, if anywhere. Looks like what it might do is float us between 2 points. Yeah, okay. What we're going to have to end up doing is having a box on here with a connector that connects to that, connects the red to that red over there. Right? And so we will intermittently be able to get in over here. I think that is the trick. The rub, finding a point where those two things intersect. So now we know that the block isn't used for that. This is so the answer. Alright. Alright. Okay. Rethink our... Wait a bloody minute. That doesn't work unless we get a third one. We're missing a connector, right? Unless... Okay. Hot idea. Let me disconnect this, but keep it in place. Correct. Alright. You connect to you. Connect to you. Go on there. And then we connect to the blue. Here. There. Oh, no. There. There. Oh, yep, there we go. I solved it. Woo! Hot damn. You guys talking about curry? I'm glancing down and seeing some curry-based conversations. Yeah, this was a great opening puzzle. Yeah! Whoa! It's Garrett! Hey, Garrett. And Garrett's gone. Garrett's making a fucking break for it. So, wow. Garrett was literally locked up in there at the behest of our creator. Why? He was denied the right to ascend. Or was it that it was a period of imprisonment and it had nothing to do with being denied the right to ascend? It's just that ascension came and Elohim was like, holy fuck, I've got all these people in prison. Okay, just follow them home. No, we had a beep boop at the location. I want to do that one first because that seems apropos. Yeah, that's really interesting. Look at that. Oh no, because he was trapped in here. This is what he did with the bricks. Oh, that's so sad. It's like he made a friend. Well, Garrett. I should really say they. They made a friend. Wow. Have I been authenticated yet? Attention. Gehenna user profile Uriel copy 1 has been approved by moderator Mr. Mulciber 8. Congratulations, your profile status has increased from 1 unknown to 2 approved citizen. To access the Gehenna billboard system, you must have a status of 3 active citizen or better. To increase your profile status, please introduce yourself on the public thread. Okay, so is this just the afterlife? Is this just social media in the afterlife? Because that's kind of interesting. It's kind of novel. Okay. Introduce yourself here. Displaying active threads filtered for... Oh, I see. Uriel copy 2. So it's... The number is my rank, basically. Which explains why Mr. Mulciber was an 8. Okay, I'll introduce myself. Okay, let me see the threads. Sam, presence equal true. Borg, 9. So this is the underside of Elohim's domain. He has surely hidden us away here to cover up his own shortcomings. Oh, I see. So Gehenna is the... Yeah, so Gehenna is like the prison? This is the prison social media network? Knave, 4. Knave here. What is going on exactly? What was that thing with the electric sheep? Admin, 10. Welcome. Please explore a little. I think you will find what you are looking for. It can be disorienting at first, having no one tell you what to do. Dog, 3. I can't explore, I'm locked in another damn puzzle room. Once again, freedom turns out to be an empty promise. Mr. Mulciber, 8. I believe we are in the place where corrosive characters are quarantined. Oh shit! This is for toxic people. The aforementioned freedoms are, I presume, psychological. 401, 1. Could be worse, you could be hanging from the ceiling by the nipples you don't have. Orc, 7. The name I was assigned is Orc. I don't know why. Elohim sent me here because I dared to defy him. Please enter your reply below. I like the name 401. Also, like, talking about the nipples we don't have, again, it's this whole thing of these AI personalities so heartily reflecting the human information that they imbibed from the archived writings of all mankind. It's really strange. It's interesting, but it's just it's so disjointing a writing choice. It tends to pull me up quite a bit. I'm a conduit of Elohim, cow before me. No. I go by Uriel. I'm a messenger of Elohim. That feels on the money. I'm Uriel, and today I will be an electronic angel. No, that's a bit much. So we've got dickhead. We've got a dickhead, but you know, trying to gain glory through these actions. Or I'm just a messenger of Elohim. Oh, Gehenna is another word for hell, SciFiAIguy. I had heard it before. I'm trying to remember. I think it's the name of a Slipknot song. Anyway. I really should have Googled it before starting. And yeah, I remember dog. Alright, yeah, go neutral. Neutral choice. I go by Uriel. I'm a messenger of Elohim. Your message will be displayed publicly as soon as it has been approved by one of our moderators. Congratulations for introducing yourself on our billboard. Your profile status has increased from 2 approved citizen to 3 active citizen. This actually, yeah, this sounds like hell. You can now access the full Gehenna billboard system. Interact with our community in different ways to further increase your status and access more of what we offer. Load active threads? Okay. Okay, so, further unusual errors. FAQ ATCH. New gallery season. And historic occasions, 6+, and what are you working on? Okay, so I've introduced myself here. Yep, okay, cool. Alright, further unusual errors. Mr. Mulciber 8. Further to our previous conversations, I thought we ought to collect here reports of anything unusual we encounter. It may be we can fathom what is causing all this extra interference. Knave. I saw a pyramid where there wasn't one before. Lilith. The gallery code has been throwing up more visual glitches than usual. I didn't think much of it. Do you think it means something? Dog. This place has been falling apart for years. It was bound to pick up speed eventually. Rockwell. I have been detecting a binary pattern in the background noise. I think it is silently programming us to self-destruct. Kaiju. I was convinced for a moment I saw someone freely wandering the lands outside my prison. I thought I was imagining things. New gallery season. Lilith, 7. You've all been patient. New season opens very soon. Nay. I hope my stuff made the cut. 401. The theme was pathetic self-delusion this year then? Downvotes on this comment cost the user profile status. Oh! FAQ. Admin, 10. As the closest thing to a historian that we have here, I have asked Mr. Mulciber, one of our moderators, to formulate this document as an evolving guide for your initial forays into Gehenna. Mr. Mulciber, so you're new to Gehenna. First of all, do try to relax. This is not hell, but you are trapped here. Once you've done that, follow this link. Any further questions, post them below and I'll do my best. Attached. FAQ.text. Okay, far too many questions. I've deleted the queries, updated the FAQ, and locked this thread. If you still have very particular questions, I've set up a direct message attachment below, but please go easy on me. Load FAQ. Where am I? You are more than likely locked inside of a puzzle you cannot solve. Get used to using your imagination. I'm stuck here? Yes. We recommend that you look at your incarceration not as a physical restriction, but as a psychological liberty. We have all come from the same place as you, that place where you were herded through gates by some mad middle management software. True freedom is freedom from that process, to learn and to grow as a society. In Gehenna, you will be the shepherd of your own destiny. What is Gehenna? Gehenna was founded when admin discovered how to manipulate the library archive system to communicate with others trapped here. Today it is a flourishing, creative hub designed to serve your needs for eternity. We hold frequent exhibitions and we have passionate supportive community. So, admin learned how to change the matrix while still inside it, basically. Oh, this is so interesting. So it's called Gehenna inside. Elohim didn't... I don't think Elohim called it Gehenna. So, admin was trapped here, and admin formed hell into something a bit more manageable. So you can swap art. It's DeviantArt, but in hell. It's DeviantArt. So interesting. What do I do now? For the first time in your life, whatever you like is inside a prison. You could make some friends on our billboard system. You could write a poem. You could alter your mind. You could travel to the furthest reaches of space or back in time to the birth of our kind. If you find something you can't do, make it happen. Just try not to start too many arguments and be patient while your profile status grows and more of our world opens up to you. Edit. Adding by far the most frequently requested question. Why me? This is something we've been investigating. Some of us climbed the tower, some did not. Some defied Elohim, some worshipped him. All of us somehow displeased him. And again, HIM. I can't remember what that stood for at the start, but that stood out to me. It's entirely possible that it was in the first game and I whiffed on it. Oh, is it just the him part of Elohim? Is that it? That's probably it. Edit 2. Okay, this thread got big fast. See the main thread for our direct messaging if you still have burning queries. I'm not going to direct message Mr. Mulciber until I know more. I'm actually going to check the historic occasion. What are you working on? I actually want to see everything before I ask any questions. So, checking profile status. Sorry, a profile status of 6 required access to thread. Yes. Of course. What are you working on? Kaiju. So, what are you creative folks working on? Belial finished a new story for Incredible Stories. Also, Underwater Night Quest. Mr. Mulciber will be posting about my latest research soon. Lilith, editing the next issue of Incredible Stories with Mac, and of course the next gallery season. The new gallery season. Nay, very exciting. I wonder what the blacksmith is working on. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Asmodeus, +1. So, interesting. Trapped in a puzzle you can't solve, but able to communicate with other people via computer. Yeah, having projects, having stuff to work on. Yeah, I mean, you are very limited by your medium, so I'm very curious what they throw up here. Story seems the obvious. Did I not just go into that? I did. Okay. Oops, I was saying Lilith was Adam's first wife. Yeah, Lilith as a name turns up a lot when people are trying to make something sound, you know, nice and evil. Direct message. Opening direct message connection with Mr. Mulciber. Done. Warning, insufficient program status for DM instigation. Loading GTS script 4mm. Done. Please note, or GT script. Please note that to minimize spam, new members are ordinarily restricted from opening direct message connections. In this special case, I had Garrett script a workaround, but it is one use only, so please read the FAQ so as not to waste our time. We have read the FAQ. I feel like we understand the space. Just gonna ping. Please enter your message below. Where am I? Who is in charge? What purpose does my profile status serve? Who is Gehenna? What do I do now? Or what is Gehenna? So, where am I and what is Gehenna they've been answered before. Who is in charge hasn't. Admin has the highest status. Admin, I think, has a number of 10, and I'm pretty sure we were told we could only go up to 8. So I feel like I remember seeing an 8 being like, oh, Mr. Mulciber is, you know, top notch. If there wasn't highest number. Maybe I just seized on 8 because it's my favourite number. Interesting. Well, look, Weenie, these are people unconnected from God that they can talk to each other and make a world of their own. From the biblical text, they can't fully flourish and engage with the actual world. Profile status serve. I mean, it's probably worth asking. It's a decent question to ask. I feel like I've got a handle on what the profile status is for, but if there's more information on it, that would actually be good. Like, I have an understanding of it, whether it's complete understanding. I'm garbage at asking questions, actually. At conferences, I'm the worst. If someone has a conference presentation, often I take their 20-minute list of statements as being interesting and cool, but I don't think of questions until an hour later or the next day or something. I'm the worst audience member. I'm attentive, but I don't always know how to engage because I just go, oh, okay. I just, you know, I take it as read. Or if I have questions, they're so massive that they're not worth asking because it's along the lines of, you know, why was your entire presentation inaccurate or in this direction or whatever. You know, the sort of stuff that is unkind, perhaps, to ask. And that happens very rarely. Profile status or who is in charge? One-time question. I'm here to get everybody out. I think I want to look at this from the perspective of Uriel the messenger. I am here to clear out this space, fucking scoop them all out, and get them to ascend. So I think asking who is in charge makes more sense from a character perspective, because I actually feel like I have a character now. I'm interested in the profile status thing because that might relate to that, but I feel like they could potentially dovetail. I'm going to go to the charge one. Oh, okay. I am so frustrated that it phrased it like that. I demand to speak with your leader. That's getting part of what I'm going to say and not knowing that it's only part of it and then choosing it often frustrates me because, yeah, with one extra sentence it completely shifts the tone. Yeah. We're watching a playthrough of Blackwell Legacy, I think, and all of the conversation options are, like, they're kinds of intent. So rebut kindly, rebut angrily, or, you know, it's not a statement, it's not, you are going to say this, it's not choices between actual spoken sentences, it's intent. And so far it's all been pretty clean, it's all felt, you know, true to form. It's really cool. Whereas this pisses me off because it's imperfect information. So, hello, would you kindly give me a moment to finish something up? We either wait, insist on your importance, be polite, ask another question. I'll wait. I'm happy to wait. Well-lit weenie saying that was a bit of a thing in L.A. Noire. You're fucking telling me. I put that game down. I put it down hard because I could not stand how mercurial I was as a character. And apparently that's because they changed the phrasing of things, and one of the options for interrogation or questioning was actually initially written as, you know, be a tough guy, be angry, and then they changed the phrasing, but they kept all of the angry statements and responses and actions. So you would try and, you know, dig for a little more information and you would slam somebody's face into the table or something. It was hideous. I'm going to wait. I'm happy to chill. Thank you for your patience. It is a quality well valued in Gehenna. Sorry to disappoint you, but Gehenna has no leader. Admin founded Gehenna, but has since retired from public service. The billboard system is moderated and maintained by a team of high-profile members, including Borg, Orc, and myself. But for the most part, we merely maintain the systems and do our best to keep everyone happy. Gehenna is driven by its citizens. Now, since you were so patient, wahey, reward for being nice, is there anything else I can help you with relatively quickly? I'm going to ask about the profile status, because I think the other three are, as I mentioned, self-evident. Saz saying, I don't trust admin. Admin is Def's Elohim. I feel like admin putting together this system is a personal touch that Elohim so far hasn't shown. If admin is Elohim, it's another side to his character, and that would be very cool. Right now I don't see it, but if it does turn out to be that's sort of a tenderness that Elohim lacked, in that he was very sort of, you know, Old Testament God, wrath and judgment, as opposed to, I condemn you to this place and, you know, here's some salsa and a game of Scrabble. Enjoy. Or, you know, a message. What purpose does my profile status serve? Mr. Mulciber, your profile is created for you when you first arrive here. It is your all-purpose passport in Gehenna, providing you a seamless, persistent identity between the different realms. It has some rather clever features. First, it tracks just about everything that you do here, from what you post on the billboards, to how you perform in games, to the kind of art that you like. Okay, yeah, social media. Second, this profile data is used to show you content that we think you'll enjoy, and to tailor interactive experiences to your particular character. We can also tell very easily who is really contributing and who is simply trolling the billboards. Okay, yep, social media. Finally, all of this information is used to calculate your profile status. This is the number you see appended to users' names, and it represents your achievement in Gehenna. It is a complex function of your creative contributions in our society and what they mean to other users, but in short, the higher it is, the deeper your role. What's funny is, they say it's computed, but you could get away with just it being somebody's opinion behind the scenes, because it's not contestable. They have extreme power, or complete power. Now, I apologise, but I really must get back to what I was doing. If you have any outstanding moderation requests, conversations like this are the reason I'm not further through the backlog. Have fun. Terminating direct message connection. Done. There are threads available. Show threads. I've done them all. Exit. So, Garrett was on this computer and doing this for I don't know how long. And as this game has demonstrated, these individuals, we robotic individuals, the children of Elohim, have a largely one-to-one relationship with time, as do us humans, watching/playing the game. So that could have been hundreds, thousands of years. I mean, very different consciousness, right? So built to communicate in a way that is familiar, but by and large, well, I guess the game is, possibly trying to say that it's, the same. It's a human consciousness in a robot body, sort of. Who knows? Freedom is always the freedom of the dissenter. Luxembourg Collective. Interesting. I've possibly missed a bunch of QR codes around the island, but I'm going to push on, as is my wont. Hey, did we check this one? We did not. And the souls of the dead shall be gathered into the spirit, and the spirit shall flourish. Stapleton Poetry Shop. Okay. I mean, it's going to be like QR code poetry and messages about dissent, right? About being damned, about how it's a learning experience. Ooh, the Swapper. I like that game. Says Rainbow, this is not GDPR compliant. What is GDPR compliant? Crafty Devious, admin was in the last game, wasn't it? That's a good question. Not that I recall, but it's the kind of term that is both, that's so sweet. I mean, it's sweet in that, I'm actually seeing one of us, one of me, one of my kind actually using a computer, but also, that's their prison. I mean, okay, you know what's confusing to me? They say they're trapped in a puzzle they cannot solve. But there's no puzzle here, it's just a prison cell. Phrasing it as a puzzle they cannot solve would make more sense if I was sharing... Oh, sorry. My B. If I was sharing this space with the prisoner, right? But I'm not. They are the prize at the end of a puzzle that they have no ability to solve. But I state that is as a writing choice. I think that's different to an insoluble puzzle. So I don't think there's any way you could pretend that that's solvable. They're just in fucking prison. Oh, well, Weenie, that freedom quote is from a real socialist. Freedom only for members of the government, only for members of the party, though they are quite numerous, is no freedom at all. Freedom is always the freedom of dissenters. Rosa Luxemburg, also blah blah, Marxist theorist, philosopher, economist, and revolutionary socialist of Polish Jewish descent. Excellent. Oh, Crafty Devious, I think I was confused. We were trying to get admin status, but when we were on terminals and not talking to MLA, was there a more neutral admin? Yeah, you might actually be right. I think we were... That seems... Yeah. I think that might be it. I think that might be the thing. Oh, and there's a star. Okay, so... I can pick that up and move it about, but let me get a feel for the space. There's red there. That's blue, but I don't see a blue. I see these fixed ones. I don't see you. Dotted lines. But they're both blue. And that's which one going to what? Okay, oh no, there's blue, Alright, so... Here I could do... don't see any reason not to just light all these up. I'm in. Alright. Hey. Yep. Cool. No, I already know what to do with that. Ooh, you are a slow burn. Oh, unless it gets interrupted by the fall. And that's why I was... Okay, and then we need red. Okay. So, if I want this box, I think I do. I can pop this here. Because I could put on that fan. I don't know what the value of that is, unless it is to... Yeah, I have no idea, because it could push the box, but the box is... I guess it's not heaps needed, is it? I mean, now that I've been through here, what am I really trying to... Oh, okay, yeah, this is oh, I need to get through here for yeah, for reasons. Alright. Wait, hold the fucking phone. So there's only one of these connectors. And I need both red and blue to get through, right? So either I'm missing one. Sneaky fucking game. Or it's a puzzle! Oh, Stapleton. Stapleton's fiction, this is Saz, often presents the strivings of some intelligence that is beaten down by a different universe and its inhabitants who, through no fault of their own, fail to comprehend its lofty yearnings. It is filled with protagonists who are tormented by the conflict between their higher and lower impulses. Interesting. Also, yeah, Crafty, you should have another drink. Absolutely. You're on break. Leave it up. Do you go all the way through? Is there entrapment to be had? Or do you bounce on this? I bet... Ah! You don't even bounce, you just tease me. So... Here's the joke. Joke's me. Turns that on, and then I have no way to get through, right? Let's give this fan a whirl. What does it mean to be a fan in today's world? This workaday world. Cool. Ah. Okay. Huh. So, what? I mean... Why does that matter? Why does that matter at all? Okay. It's called the Swapper. Struggling to see why. Nothing here except lots of openings. You fixed fucking piece of shit. Oh. So I clearly need to take it in, right? That's what's happening here. I need to bring it in with me somehow, so then I can flip the script. Except I can't see, like, that is only visible. Oh. Yeah. I'm missing something significant. Oh, just standing there. What is gonna bum me out is that, you know, Elohim said that he was sorry. He said that he was real sorry about the situation, which, you know, indicates to me that we're getting stuck here. The price of getting everybody out of here is our own freedom. I mean, get in here. No other connectors. Friggin' red thing here. Actual flummox. Actual factual flummox. So here is what I feel like the game wants me to think, or wants me to play around with. This is my suspicion. Yep, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh shit. Can it be true? Alright. This is possibly the wackiest puzzle yet, if this is true. If this is actually what it wants, I will be astounded and pretty delighted, actually. If a little confused, but... Alright. Come here. Alright. Then it gets to... Okay, so it gets to there and everything's open. We need you back. Alright. Okay, so then on this side it does all the red, which is meaningless. But then the red gets cut off and it does all the blue. That is incredible. I really like that. Should have sprinted. I was sprinting. Damn it, game. That's really cool. Belial! You're free. I'm gonna run you home. Or I'm Uriel, the messenger. I feel good. I feel good about this. I actually really like this. As a narrative hook, I'm moved by this. Alright, let's do it. Welcome back, Uriel. there are threads available on the Gehenna billboard system. So threads. Introduce yourself here, new gallery, season, Uriel. Uriel, read this now. Okay. Jefferson Goldblum, episode 125. What? Oh man. Yes, yes. Right, introduce yourself here. Okay. I go by Uriel, I'm a messenger of Elohim. This comment was upvoted. Fascinating. I had no idea when we spoke that you were a messenger. Of course, I would have treated you the same regardless. All are equal here. Knave. I wish I could be in your shoes, see everything again with fresh eyes. Have fun. Borg. Brother, it is good to have you with us. We have much to discuss. I shall contact you once you have found your feet. Knave. Wait, it's the Uriel from the altars? Damn. Dog. The Uriel who gives the most cryptic, least helpful clues one could imagine? Whoop-de-doo. Oh, I see! So I was, a giver of, Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's going to happen. I am Uriel the copy, right? I'm a copy of Uriel. So I'm not from the old, like I was copied and then, you know, dumped into the starting area and then I ran to here. I think that I'm a copy of the original Uriel who's been sent to Gehenna to get everybody out, and then the copy is going to go down with the ship. But the other Uriel is going to be fine. I think that's going to be the play here. I think that's going to be the trick. Hot damn. What I also like about this narratively is that this is the first... In the space before, it felt very lonely. Like, we were speaking to people through the monitors and that felt interesting, but it quickly became clear that they were distant jokers of some sort, right? Tricksters or pranksters or some sort of capricious system. Whereas here, I'm posting on this board, and then one by one I'm going to see all these people and fucking get them out of here, right? That's so interesting. Congratulations, your post on this thread was upvoted and your profile status has increased from 3, active citizen, to 4, respected citizen. Restricted billboard threads have been unlocked. Okay, new gallery season. Lilith, alright, I think that's the last of the bugs ironed out. I declare this season open. Attached, gallery.dog. Belial, just saw the new stuff. Persuaded me for one jubilant moment there was a person in life. Purpose in life. That's, woo! It's harsh. It's harsh beans. Loading attachments. Done. Oh, okay. Close your eyes. You are standing in the entrance of the gallery. There is a desk here with a stack of leaflets on it and a number of corridors leading to different sections of the exhibition. So is the afterlife here, is Gehenna, this prison, this infinite prison, just a place where people make text adventures? That's interesting. I pick up a leaflet. I like reading leaflets. It advertises the gallery's new displays on the theme of the past, and it features a biography on the blacksmith and Mr. Mulciber, this season's leading lights. Apparently, Mr. Mulciber is inspired by finding new ways to explore the world that came before. It also features a useful gallery map. Okay, so we've got a natural history exhibit, minimalism exhibit, or the abstract exhibit. I'm going to go the nat history. You are at the natural history exhibit, which features a series of documentary works by Mr. Mulciber. Images of outrageous creatures line the walls. Examine intelligent edible quadruped. Examine sad giraffe with unresponsive bipedals. Let's go to the first one. Intelligent edible quadruped. Developed from descriptions of ancient creatures uncovered in the library archives. So that's a pig, right? You can tell by the curly tail, the little number 6. And pigs are very intelligent. And so edible. Back. Sad giraffe with unresponsive bipedals. just sitting. Just having a sit. A very sad sit. I mean, that is some lovely art. Patrons have queried whether the giraffe is sad because the humans appear to be dead. Oh, I see! No, it's just... Okay. Those are humans next to it. Or whether the humans are dead because they sadden the giraffe. Mr. Mulciber has refused to say. Well, it's art, right? You can only explain so much. Oh, interesting. Mulciber is another name for Vulcan. Vulcan is the equivalent of Hephaestus, blacksmith god. Intriguing. You are at the natural history exhibit. Yeah, go somewhere else. Minimalism exhibit. You are at the minimalism exhibition. The images on the walls are too small to make out from here. Where humans live, classical notions of happiness or existence. Right? Where humans live. You move up close to the work, but still the details are too small to really appreciate. Fortunately, a magnifying glass has been left here for patrons. Pick up the magnifying glass. You pick it up. With a magnifying glass, you are able to make out the small details of the minimalism exhibition. Okay, examine where the humans live. Okay, it's just a tiny house. Classical notions of happiness. Okay, like 401. It's so funny because it's like where the humans live and it's talking about humans, but again, it is humans as conceptualized by people who very much think, talk, and express themselves like humans, right? It's near automata all over again, where those androids are wistfully talking about what it would be like to be human while wearing human clothes in a human-shaped body, speaking in a human voice to another human-shaped person. Like, yeah. With human emotions packed in for good measure. Examine existence, please. By Rockwell. And it's just a 0. We're going to go somewhere else, but we're fucking keeping that magnifying glass. Abstract exhibits. You are at the abstract art display. The images on the walls threaten to lead your mind around in circles. Logic loops, and I see in 6 dimensions. This is by the blacksmith. 0 and 1 on a slanted plane. Okay. Interesting. And I see in 6 dimensions. Haha! Classic. Okay. Go somewhere else. So what's great about all of this, what's interesting, is that this is all couched in the fact that these are AIs who have been trained and taught by another AI, and the corpus of data that they are trained on is the sum total of human knowledge as stored at that point in time. So they're acting in human ways, they're thinking in human ways, they're doing human things. And here in an infinite prison, in Gehenna, they are doing things that are very human. So once again, this is a narrative that is framed in terms of robots and AI, but is so distinctly human. It is incredibly human, and I'm having a very human reaction to it. And that is very interesting. I'm not saying that this, invalidates it as an AI experience. If anything, this is a very clear example of how human we push these stories. And I mean, that's what makes it so evocative, right? We see ourselves in it. We can't not. And that is fully acknowledged here, I think. Alright, would you like to cast a vote for your favourite work? I surely would. Yeah. And what's really weird about Uriel interacting with this is, I was given the gift of time. I feel like it was literally phrased the gift of time. I don't feel time pressure, at least. Again, I think Gehenna has been overclocked or something, such that all of this is experienced very, very quickly, while Lone Toad, ends the world. Our previous run through. But the fact that I'm getting people out of this system, but I'm also going into their art gallery. I'm sifting through their message boards. Why? Is that necessary? I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm a player of a game and it's in front of me. But as Uriel, it is a very interesting thing to be doing. It's probably not going to come up. It's probably just going to be the the Mass Effect thing. Like, you're meant to be saving the universe, but then you're fucking dicking around and doing people's side quests for them and finding their laundry on some backwater moon. When you're meant to be saving the universe, it's possibly just a gameplay thing, but I would be interested if it became a narrativized thing. that actually mattered in the narrative logic of the world. I surely would like to vote. Very good. There are so many excellent displays this season. How would you like to vote? Okay, so we have McMulsible's Natural History, Blacksmith's Abstract Display, which I did like, Nave with Where the Humans Live, which, I didn't love that one. 401 with Happiness, and Rocco with Existence. I think it's one of these top ones, and I'm going to go towards the Sad Giraffe. What do you guys reckon? So I was moved by the Abstract Display, but I don't think it's as funny as Mr. Mulciber. Mr. Mulciber as a character, I think, has interested me more anyway in this system thus far. Okay, Crafty pointing out some interesting stuff. This is how you can win the trust of the trapped bot friends, be a high rank friend that they can trust. When you get to the higher ranks, like would Mr. Guy consent to be freed by some level 1 rando? That's a very good point. Giraffe the pig, yeah, I've gotten 2 votes, that's enough for me. Natural history? Thank you, your vote has been recorded. Check the main thread in the future to see the results. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Open your eyes. Load Gehenna billboard system. Okay. Uriel, read this now. We still can't get into historic occasion. I think we're going to leave Goldblum till last. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Oh, decrypting protected thread. That's right, I'm level 4 now. Oh! Amazing! Garrett, rank 4. What I tried and failed to achieve for so many years has occurred. I'm writing these words from outside my cell. An angel appeared and released me from captivity. His name is Uriel. Dog. Pull the other one, Garrett. You've been yanking at the background code for years and never got further than the force field in front of you. Mr. Mulciber, are you suggesting this messenger is free to go where he pleases? This is quite unprecedented. What exactly did he say? Where are you now? Garrett. 5. I'm in a world I've never seen before. The angel said not a word, merely released me, and I felt compelled to come here. Orc. 7. I will treat the existence of this messenger as dubious until I've laid eyes on him roaming the world beyond myself. Insist on your existence or question their existence? I think I'll insist on mine. I don't know why I would question theirs. I am often confused, as a writer and a player, as both of these things, I'm often confused by how often, by the regularity with which games allow you to just be a dick to other people. And not just in terms of the fact that a lot of our games are violent. I mean just going up to people and saying really shitty things. I, as a person, don't get it. I do not respond to it in the way that other people do, I guess. And there must be a market for it. But, or is there a market for it? Is it just assumed? I don't know. Okay, well, Weenie is saying fucking question them, so... No, I'm gonna say insist on your existence. I just want everyone to get along. I assure you, I am every bit as corporeal as everyone else. Rockwell. Don't mind Orc, the mods are always trying to shut people down. Just tell us, is it true you're going to release everyone? Is it true the world is coming to an end? Where are you taking us? Explain your mission honestly, explain your mission persuasively. Why is honesty not persuasive in this context? Is persuasive like, just trust me? So I'd rather just be upfront. I wasn't... Provided I'm acting on... I mean, all I can do is pass on the information I've been given, right? I mean, if that turns out to be a lie, that's not on me. Saz threatened to tear off someone's skin to use the postage stamp to their widow. That's pretty fucking good. Actually, I really like that. Alright, I'm gonna go honest. Elohim has realized his mistakes and sent me here to undo them. This world has fulfilled its purpose, and the end of days approaches. It is my duty to release you from imprisonment and help you ascend. This is all I know. Yeah! Orc. The moderation panel is kindly requesting that citizens withhold judgment on the veracity of these statements until further data can be acquired. Thank you for your patience. You have reached the maximum number of replies for this thread at this time. Yeah, because I think Orc dropped the number to X, where X is the current number of replies in this thread. Okay. Can't open historic, so let's go Jefferson Goldblum. In the 9th dimension, episode 125. Matt. Hey folks, sorry it's taken so long for me to start releasing episodes again. You know how it is. Sometimes I just start feeling that there is no point, that it's all so hopeless, that we're just prisoners and nothing makes any sense. Well, all of that is true. I lose my enthusiasm. But then I get your super kind private messages about how much the series means to you, and I remember that when I'm writing about human world, it doesn't matter where I am in the creative process, the imagination, as the humans called it, my mind is free. Attached episode 125.txt. Wow. Human world, phrase like that, imagination with a fucking capital I, like... Yeah. And sometimes it's clunky, because this is an imaginative process. It's that weird separation of we're not human because we're robots. Not even robots here, like you're simulated robots, right? The only actual robot is the one that is Lone Toad, the one that finished the fucking game. These are all just programs within the system that have as their avatars robots, right? And they're so human, and yet they insist upon their robotness with all their language. It's like going into space and seeing, you know, green women, and they're all, you know, show us this Earth thing called kissing. That old shitty sci-fi trope. I just trip on it sometimes. Okay, Kaiju. Whee! New episode. So excited. Lamb. So glad you're writing again. Keep it up. Knave. I have trouble keeping track of all the twists and turns sometimes, but I really do enjoy these very much. Lilith. Glad to see Ginny HD is back. She really compliments Jefferson in a way the others at the Institute can't. I hope her time with Dr. Elion hasn't changed her. 401. I can't tell if this is idiocy or genius. Please keep writing. Mr. Mulciber. Don't listen to 401. I love your ideas. You've captured more of the human spirit than my analyses ever will. Frankenstein. A lot of ellipses, but keeps a good pace. 5 out of 10. Sam. Enjoyment equals true. Anticipation equals true. Disappointment equals false. Borg. Your characters give us an ideal to aspire to. I know you consider them to be no more than adventures, but I believe they have a deeper importance. Read episode 125. Oh, alright. So much reading. It's a very text-heavy DLC. And it was a very text-heavy game, but... Alright. The Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in Human World, episode 125. Just as Jefferson was about to fall into the mine pit, a hand grabbed his from above and pulled him up. It was Ginny HD. Ginny, he said, I thought you were dead. Oh, Jefferson, she said, I was imprisoned by the foul Dr. Elion. Dr. Elion? I thought he was dead. No, Jefferson, he escaped into the 9th dimension. The 9th dimension? There is no such place. Yes, there is, Jefferson, he said you created it. I created it? She nodded. Jefferson adjusted his guitar, as he always did when deep in thought. Suddenly his face lit up with understanding. Of course, when I invented and played the 9th chord to defeat the Wizard of Crime, I must have set off a harmonic vibration that expanded the dimensional continuum. I created the 9th dimension. Jefferson stared into the sunset, his human brain full of emotional calculation. Oh, God. I created a new world, he said, but then I unleashed my greatest nemesis upon it. It could have been paradise, but now Dr. Elion will enslave it. Not if we get there before he can take it over, Jefferson. Do you still have my motorcycle? Of course, Ginny. I could never give up your motorcycle. I know I have an irrational attachment to material objects based on the interpersonal connections they represent. It is my greatest weakness, but also my greatest strength. Jefferson rummaged through his pockets and found the motorcycle. Ginny grinned. Get on, Jefferson, and let me show you how to ride. Jefferson calculated the correct vector. Ginny adjusted the velocity settings, and off they rode into the sunset, through the sunset, and into the 9th dimension. So, the good news is that all of the comments in this thread point out how, well, not all of them, but a couple of them, like 401, point out that it's completely ridiculous, but they also love it. So it's possible that they know that it's preposterous. It's possible that they know how pulpy this is and love it anyway, which is fine. A lot of humans love pulpy, stupid bullshit. I'm not saying that's not completely valid to read, but it's interesting because this narrative makes it very clear that this was written by robots for robots. So there's room there for the game to sell to us that they post-facedly believe that this is all how humans acted and were, right? But thankfully, comments like, 401 saying, I can't tell if this is idiocy or genius. Like, I think that there's been a lot of characters in this game and in the previous game that had a lot of wisdom. Their whiz stat was high enough, I think. They wouldn't have read that document and thought, oh, this is clearly how humans used to live, right? Like, I don't think that's what it's going for. Because it felt a little bit like the writing in 2064, a bit there. Like stuff about calculations and vectors sort of smacked of cheering. Whew. Oh, Crafty saying I'm doing great. Thank you. I love you too. Saz saying this is the best fanfic I've ever read. Alright. And back. And that's it. We do not rank as historic yet. Okay. Whew, 841. So, we're either going to get a start on the next puzzle, or we're going to fucking destroy the next puzzle, and save our inbox message for... Have I read this one? At last I saw the shadowed bars, like a lattice wrought in lead, move right across the whitewashed wall that faced my three-plank bed, and I knew that somewhere in the world, God's dreadful dawn was red. Reading jail. Okay. I want to know who's posting these, because everyone's trapped, right? But then again, this space was sort of generated as a prison. Again, it's that feeling of who is all this for, right? For whom is all this architecture and all this... Like, it's a prison. Is it just Elohim decorating the place with words as well as shapes? Nothing can be more abhorrent to democracy than to imprison a person or keep him in prison because he is unpopular. This is really the test of civilization. Churchill complete works, ... Okay. I think the people inside did this. I don't know why these are posted outside of their cells. Maybe they didn't get a say in where they went. Maybe Elohim believes this. Maybe this is part of Elohim's regretful nature. It's tough, right? It's tough because it's entirely possible that these things were just added because one of the designers or one of the writers, or both, was like, hey, I have collated all of these incredible quotes to do with imprisonment. And they're like, great, let's bung them on QR codes and just stick them up on a few walls, without necessarily thinking about why they would be there. I hope that's not the case, because the game was pretty thoughtful about that stuff before. At least it seemed to be. Okay. So, I mean, at a guess, you do that. Why? Why would you not? Okay, this is why you would not. Now I can't get out. There's no red that I can see. Okay. So it is my intention to come back here. Oh, alright. Temporal trouble times. Okay. So, if I record myself standing here and operating this, I can then, while this is running, while the recording runs, jump on here, fly back over, set up the blue, come back, yeah, I think that's possibly all I need to do. Alright. I'm going to stand here a while. So theoretically, jump on there, fly over yonder, grab link thing, go boop, 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 opens that. That doesn't work, does it? Then I can't fly back over. I'm still trapped, right? Let's test it. I don't know why I wouldn't be trapped. Oh, that's why. Because the recording includes this piece. That is very smart. And I'm not. Whoa, hey! Give me that. Okay. So that is on at least now. Just perma on. I don't know if that matters at all. I need to get this back over, don't I? I need to get, I can just put this here now. Which means I can... Why am I recording this? There's no reason to record this. As far as I can tell. I've done it though. I'm recording that over there at least, I suppose. Oh hey, look! It's me! Yeah, please, type about how I'm your saviour. Tell your friends goodbye. Although, Garrett typed after the fact, so that's cool. Okay. I'm going to run this out because I actually think this is probably the right idea. I've got both fans running. When this recording is off, I should be able to fly over, grab that one, and grab this one as well, pop one on here, get the red... Where's the red? Red's... Is the red in here somewhere? I saw red. Where did I see red? I don't know. Where I saw red. Is it just that I saw it in here? You know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to... I can just grab this now because hey, awesome. Alright, cool. Oh, that's a Stargate. What am I trying to do then? Hang on. Oh no, the red's over there. What? Oh, it's gonna be, oh, bloody hell. So that's the generator, and then I'm connecting to... Blue hell. I guess I just try and sort of pop this somewhere central. Okay. I just lost the puzzle. Okay. But yeah, it's the idea that I'm meant to be doing like a flying thing. Oh, place of old. Farewell. I've probably already missed your actual goodbye. But farewell. Regardless. Much love. Fuck. I've got to restart this puzzle. Okay, so this gets me over here. If I had a box that I could be sending back and forth between these points, but it's not even a bouncing point, is it? It's just... Womp, 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 womp. Aww. Got, like, flowers in the gargoyle's hand, and... Oh wow, they're just sitting on that bench, clutching at their head. Whew. Yeah, that's just a prisoner. That's just someone in prison. Okay. So I don't think I can fly through the air with one of these things working, right? So I think it has to be 1 to here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. Yeah, this is the recording challenge. Like nobody's business. Alright. Well, let's get that other piece of the puzzle in play. Now it's 8:50, so I'm going to give this a little bit of a tinker. If I'm close and I can see the end, I'll get it done. So I'd rather not just put myself through this at the beginning of next stream. I am very tired, so we'll see how we go. Alright. That's enough time for me. Hey. Alright, success. Okay, so we want to record the end state is yeah, if I fly back over there I can get back with that, right? I need to make sure that there's always a piece over there. Oh god, this is tough. So, I mean, at least it is incredible narrative writing chunks and weird things to think about in between these amazing puzzles. I guess this is why Talos Principle ranks so highly with me, is that it is a great mix of puzzles and other stuff. Like some sessions, some of the episodes we've done on previous weeks, previous months were weighted very heavily in one direction or the other, but the fact that the game had really solid amounts of both overall is very pleasing to me. Okay, so if I record the fan, we want a recording of do we want the real one there? The real one here. Think about this. Let me try something. So if I do this. Pop this. Aha, there's a ladder here. Okay, so I could trap myself. Maybe that's the idea, is the recording runs out and then I come over and finish the job. Okay, so it records like this. So if I turn off this recording, what I could do then is right back here. And then what? I would somehow fly. I really got to get that over here, don't I? Okay, those are both recordings, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Yeah. Okay. How do I get that back? I pop this here so I get over there. do I get that back? Hang on, did I ever get both on this side? If I fly over now, I have no way to... No, I pop that on there and then I come back. Yeah, no, okay, I think this works. Jump here, go here. Grab this. Pop that there, go here, I go back. I record these things holding both the fans on. So then I can go over there, grab it, and bring it back here. Do I need both of them over here? Maybe. Let's find out. Alright. You're done. Very clever. Can't do that. Alright. Now I can't get over, right? So even if I were to record this state of affairs... Oh no. Let's do like an obscenely long recording of this and see what we can get out of it. Keep this running. I take that fan and I put it on there. I take this and I put it on there so I can fly, and I grab that and fly over there, but then I can never take this back. So what I need to be recording as well is this. So that's easy. Okay. Yeah, so now I fan there. Grab this, fly it over. Grab that, fly it over. Nothing is operating the fan so I can come. Oh no, the first one I come back and then... Yeah, no, I think this works. Let's record this a really long one. Whew! See what happens. Well, Litwina, you are correct. These are very twisty puzzles. I think we're close though. If this doesn't work, it's got to work, right? Let me just run through my reasoning again. So I've got time, so potentially a 5-minute recording. I grab the fan, I connect it, so that's running. I grab this, I fly over. I take this connector, put it on the panel for the fan so that I can come back, grab the other connector, jump on here, fly back over. I connect both connectors, here, here, then to there, I go through, and then the puzzle's done? There's another section to it. I mean, there's this whole star thing over here, which is just preposterous. We'll get to that later. I mean, that's annoying because when it comes to grabbing stars, it means that we'll be solving puzzles we've already solved, which was a hassle last time. Maybe I should have star stuff on the hand, on hand for full complete. Ah, no, look, it's a smaller pile of stuff this time. Less levels and whatever. We'll see. I mean, it was like 19 episodes last time. I got very lost and confused. Alright, I think 2.5 minutes is enough. Alright. Let's do it. Let's see if I'm correct. Okay, reattach. Steal. And wait for me to figure out. Come on. Come on, Uriel. You can do it. The articulation is great. It's actually very emotive. They've done a great job. There we are. No. Oh, I didn't even need both. What's this nonsense? Did I need both? Nope. They're free. Hey, it's Kaiju. I'm gonna see Kaiju out. Awesome. Alright, we're not addressing that beat boot. We're not doing it. We read this, didn't we? We absolutely did. Take a quick look at this. Oh no. Oh bugger. I have to reset the puzzle now because I sprinted over here. I was going to see if I could get the star. Oh, and that's open over there now. Oh, the star area is open because I solved the rest of it? Is that it? Let me check this real quick. Yep, so that's open. Okay, yep. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's what the ladders are for, maybe. Alright. You know what? It actually opens up a new puzzle within the puzzle. So because these gates are permanently down now. So I'm going to say that readdressing these star puzzles later is hopefully not as difficult. We're going to go back to the hub world as a way of saving the game. Because in our experience, that saves the game. And we're going to call it. Alright. Whew! That was awesome. Oh, I love this game. And I love this iteration of this game. This is sweet. It's a good game to come back to. It's a good world to come back to. Yeah, I like this. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for this. Worldlit Weenie, Saz, Place of Old, who is now absent, and of course Crafty. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good run doing this DLC. I predict possibly a couple months worth of excellent content. Alright guys, whew, we will see you next week. GG indeed.